Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video today. We will be getting a channeled message for the collective. This is a general read. We're just going to jump right into it with the personality trait type phrases. Somebody's houses, you guys. Okay. Thank you. Messages for the collective, please. People pleaser. Has trouble saying no, fear of rejection, wants to fit in, be accepted, insecure, sacrifices their own wants and needs, is considered helpful and kind. Collective, this could be you, this could be someone you know, someone external to you, this could be some past trauma response behaviors, things that you've overcome. Okay, people-pleasing energies. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Messages for the collective. What about these people-pleasing energies? What does the collective need to know about these people-pleasing energies? We are to talk about the trauma response. Okay. So when you grow up in a situation or when you are conditioned one way or another, usually it's when you grow up in a situation, you become accustomed to an environment where things are normalized. And one of the things that might be normalized is that you have to sacrifice your own wants and needs for those around you because those around you are emotionally abusive. So they expect for you to please them instead of taking care of yourself or them taking care of you. This can be a neglectful parent, this can be an emotionally abusive partner, or any combination of the two, right? And this creates a trauma response because that is trauma, that's abuse and trauma that you have suffered, or whoever it is that is exhibiting these behaviors has suffered. So that's something that you need to look at, identify, and take appropriate action on so that you can heal. So we can heal the issues. Heal thyself, right? Thank you so much. What about these people-pleasing energies? Energy vampire, okay. As I was saying, when conditions or environments are something you really can't help, like something you grew up in or something that you find yourself in some sort of brainwashing situation or something, okay? The energies external to you might be described as energy vampires, draining, soul-sucking energies. They would or they could bring up hurtful and traumatic events on purpose. This would be to trigger you so they could then use that anger or whatever the reaction is that they're trying to evoke, right? Weaponized incompetence. This specific negative trait is something that is meant to, again, force you into a position of where you're sacrificing your wants and needs for them because they expect to take up more space than you. They expect to be more important than you. They expect to be above you. They expect for you to pay homage to them in a sorts. And they do this in a very passive-aggressive way by pretending like they can't do what it is that they do know how to do. Or they pretend that they are so bad at it that you just won't bother asking again. And you end up taking too much on yourself, spreading yourself too thin. You know, you become conditioned to the fact that you can't rely on people. So you start to stop asking for help, right? Excuse me. Withholds true love and affection, gaslights, misleads, and manipulates to confuse, likes to argue, right? So the thing is, the tricky behaviors of an energy vampire, a good one, right? One who is effective. An older one, you would say, right? A more effective energy vampire will do so in very small, they will microdose their abuse and their negativity. They won't just You know, you're not going to meet them and they're going to be like, hi, my name is, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you on such and such a date and whatever. Like, they're not going to introduce themselves like that, right? Nobody does. And then the most effective abusers, they hide their abuse, or they disguise their abuse, or they create situations and environments where the abuse is normalized, right? Cycles, stuff like that. So they will withhold true love and affection. So they will make you desperate for the scraps or appreciate the bare minimum way more than you should, right? Gaslights, misleads, manipulates to confuse. That's very draining, negative energy. Likes to argue. The thing about the arguing is normal in a relationship, no matter what kind of a relationship it is. It can be a romantic, platonic, it can be familial, a coworker, whatever, work wife, okay, work husband, whatever it is. Arguing is normal because people have differences, and the best way to, you know, voice differences, be different, be okay with that, you know, is to argue, get it over with, get your point across, because an argument doesn't have to be a fight, right? But these individuals will like to argue. They will turn an argument into a fight. They will bring up things, past traumas, probably that they themselves had a part in, but somehow think that you don't know about it or something, okay? Again, this is very soul-sucking energy. So I think this might be a little bit of the healing discussions here, collective. Holy Spirit might be asking us to really, you know, do some deep introspection and reflection on the things that we have gone through, the parts that we have played in it, anything that we have carried on, even if it's just guilt or shame from things that have been visited upon us. Any negative behaviors or coping mechanisms that we might have, you know, accrued along the way, and just try to better ourselves, right? Like, let's take this moment to really, like, reflect, right? Like, what have we been through? What have we got over? What have we overcome? Where are we now, right? Like, being in the moment also. We've overcome any of these situations that we've been in, collective, right? You are in a beautiful place now. You're in a beautiful place now. In any of these situations, people, places, things that you've encountered, you've learned your lessons from them. You took what you needed from it, and you're in a beautiful place now. You're in a place where you can heal and reflect, which is a natural part of life, right? So this is a nice sort of transition. I think Holy Spirit wants to have like a self-help portion here with this, okay? These are energies that, of course, Holy Spirit would like to warn you off, right? Like, if someone presents themselves to be anything like this, believe them for it. You don't need that energy. You can, you know, you can say no. You can ignore. You can block. You can cancel. You can delete. Okay? Cut cords, cut ties. Don't allow. These things are within your control, right? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Anything else from this deck? Anything else from this deck, Holy Spirit? Messages for the collective? Toxic ways. Right, so the red flags would be toxic ways, collective. I believe that any of these energies presenting themselves would have red flags that are toxic ways, collective. So that's something to look out for. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't pay attention to things that you like over things that, you know, you shouldn't be overlooking, such as toxic ways. Right? Don't excuse toxic ways. Okay, thank you. Anything else from this? Anything else from this? How about something for collective's energy signature? Thank you. I totally paused. Always on the phone, the multitasker on the go. So collective, you are in either high efficiency mode. I'm getting high efficiency mode from this. This also gives me a little bit of that head canon from the messaging down here. Something about it not being wrong. It's just my head canon or something like that. Collective, you could be in your head about something a lot. Okay, again, with the introspection. All right, totally paused, on the go, the go-getter. Collective, you could be on the phone a lot. You could work on the phone. There could be a lot of, you know, movement for your work. You could be actually on the go a lot, like you travel a lot. So you have to work on mobile devices or phones, laptops, things like that. Okay. Travel. Okay. Collective, you could also have little cute charms, key charm things. Little key charm. Okay. Collective, you could be from the 90s. This is giving me 90s vibes, Y2K vibes with the flip phone and the key charms. Okay. So this is the go-getter energy. Collective is giving a little bit of the Nine of Pentacle energy as well. Collective, I believe you could be sitting in these go-getter, multitasker, Nine of Pentacle, independent, sort of entrepreneur sort of energies. Okay, that's what I'm getting off of that. Thank you. I'm going to move right along to the mini-me deck. Four of Wands on the bottom. Thank you. Messages for the collective, Holy Spirit. What does the Linda deck have to say? The Eight of Pentacles. Thank you. This is about your work, collective. So it could be that there are people around you who you previously were in the mode of people pleasing. This might have had to do with work. You have to be personable. You have to get along. You have to be, you know, there's a certain diplomacy, right? You have to be diplomatic. You can't just act however you want, say whatever you want, do whatever you want, right? At work, it's a work situation, okay? There might have been those who were behaving in just awful ways at work. Energy vampires, toxic ways at work, collective. There could have been energy vampire, toxic ways aimed at you or about your work. There might be those who are getting into ass-kissing mode. I'm also getting a little bit of this people pleasing as far as ass kissing toward you at work. Maybe perhaps someone is looking to brown nose a little bit at work, collective. Brown nose, I don't know. The Five of Wands. So there's competition, there's conflict. So this likes to argue, toxic ways, conflict, competition in the workplace. Healthy competition in the workplace is good. Negative competition is, there's no place for that in the workplace. Also, soul-sucking energy, draining, toxic ways, there's no place for that in the workplace. But it is a fact of life that this is the type of shit bags that you run into, right? You might win the jackpot. You never know. You never know. Could be work, could be home. You never know. You never know. Five of Wands. This could also be chaos. Ages of chaos employed, perhaps. By the Queen of Pentacles, because it did fall out inverted. So we will talk about the inversion first. Queen of Pentacles in the inversion is giving Devil's Concubine. Someone who's willing to do anything for money. Social ladder climbing. Degradation. A lack of self-respect. And a lack of stability here in the material. Inversion of Nine of Pentacles as well. Gold digger energies, okay? The Queen of Pentacles in the upright, though, this is wife material here in the material. Okay, collective, these are the entrepreneurial energies I spoke of. Very stable. You could have a stable job. You could have a significant amount of money. You could come from money. You could just be really good with finances. Okay. You would and you could run a successful business. You could be head of household and maintain finances in those areas. As I said, wifey material. Okay, very stable, very grounded here in the environment. Earth earth energies, okay? Divine feminine earth energies, Mother Gaia energies. Excuse me. Very stable energies, okay? But I do believe there are inversions represented here. So we do have social ladder climbing energies, those who are willing to do anything to get ahead, get what they want, you know, to climb the ladder, whatever. 9 of Wands in the upright. This is setting up healthy boundaries. Perhaps you have identified those who are energy vampires around you. Perhaps you've set up healthy boundaries. You're battle hardened in these areas. Perhaps you have identified the toxic ways. You didn't ignore the red flags. You didn't ignore conflict out of place at the work. Right? You didn't ignore these things. So you are now battle hardened against these things. This is you. Battle hardened, victorious, ready to defend again. This is you setting up healthy boundaries with those that would be unhealthy. The Emperor on the bottom here and the 8 of Cups. So this could be something about masculine energy, boss man energy, walking away from work, or the boss finding out some illicit activities at work, perhaps seeing something on the phone. This also has something to do with these people-pleasing, these brown-nosing energies. Okay, thank you. Again, people-pleasing with the social ladder climbing gives an entirely different view. It is not a trauma response at that point. It is a carefully curated tactic. 2 of Swords. You cut these people off, right? This was part of your defense mechanism. You identified the problem and you rectified the problem. You cut people off. This could mean that you blocked people on the phone. You like literally were blocking people on the phone for work. This was setting up healthy boundaries. People could be calling you on the phone and you're like, no, block, cancel, delete, block, cancel, delete. Label them energy vampire. Label them right there on the phone so it shows up. King of Pence inverted. Okay, so we have a couple, or we have an individual who is fluid, okay? And they are the inversion of stability and wealth and prosperity here in the material. This is very negative energy, okay? These are people who are corrupt. These are people who are willing to do anything for money. These are individuals who are greedy, they're materialistic, they are way too concerned with how things look and way not concerned enough with the reality of their situation at work, okay? Because you have an entire body of work to show for your 8-year period, perhaps, okay? And the King and Queen of Pentacles have inversion to show, which is, you know, lies, falsehoods, manipulations, right? They might have even had some criminal gains financially, okay? And they might have sullied their spiritual ranking. They might have done so in their toxic ways, right? The withholding true love and affection. This can be the transactional energies that you get with these types. People who are inversions of stability here in the material can behave very transactionally with you. Again, sometimes it's hard to recognize and identify when you're trying to mix something like family and work as well. So, lessons all around, lessons all around. Thank you. The Queen of Pentacles in the upright is also present, though. So, collective, you could be sitting in Queen of Pentacles energies. The Queen of Wands inverted. Well, all of the All the shitbags have shown up, right? The Queen of Wands inverted. These energies are very toxic indeed. Very energy vampire, soul sucking indeed. The Queen of Wands inverted is going to be a practitioner of the dark arts. We have a practitioner of the dark arts. Okay. Messages about this for the collective. Anything else from this deck? Five of Swords. Lying, stealing. They're stealing and shit, you guys. Shocker. Empress energies in the world. Oh, and the Page of Cups trying to come through there. Okay. Beautiful. Cycles of regalia and full authority. People going to respect your authority. Okay, thank you. Messages for the collective, wishes for the fishes, please. Thank you. The King of Cups. Someone's in love. Collective could be water sign. I'm getting someone who is emotionally stable, someone who might even wear their heart on their sleeve. Someone who is a loving, caring, kind individual. This is a good husband, good father, good lover. Okay. Romantically inclined. Masculine energy. Ten of Cups. Wow, they see the Ten of Cups with you. Collective, they are in love. They are in love and they envision nothing but love with you. The familial love. The inheritance and the wealth and the prosperity in the form of abundance you cannot purchase and you cannot replace. The Ten of Cups is the grandparents, the grandchildren, the happy parents, the dogs, the cats. Everybody's happy, everybody's warm, everybody's safe, everybody's well fed, right? Thank you. Those are beautiful energies. Collective, what a beautiful energy. This one's spinning around doing a little dance. And the King of Wands is out here spinning around doing a little dance. I take it to be that the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are a couple who are very strongly not seeing eye to eye. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles are also not seeing eye to eye. Okay, so we have some divisions happening in the couples. The couples were coupling. The couples were coupling, right? If one part of the couple was to give over into the lower vibrational spiritual practices, I can see where the other portion of the couple would be dragged down right along, right? You go through the good, you go through the bad. This is part of being in a relationship. But I don't think that when someone is meant to be for you, I don't think that they're going to drag you down. I believe when someone is meant to be for you, that you'll lift each other up, right? So I believe that might be why there are couples who are counterparts according to the court positions and the energies, but they aren't seeing eye to eye anymore because perhaps they are realizing that they themselves have an inner divinity that they have been stifling, perhaps. An inner divinity, a light that wants to shine forth. They want to sing that little nursery rhyme. They want to sing the Sunday school song. This little light of mine, they say. King of Wands first, Queen of Pentacles. I believe there's a masculine and a feminine energy who might be rethinking their positions, their actions, their motives, their ethics, and their morals. Beautiful. That's beautiful energy. Wow. I love that. Collective. Your light is shining forth. Beacon. Beacon, beacon. Queen of Swords. Speaking of the light shining, right? Queen of Swords, air sign energies. Beautiful. Sword of Truth. Queen of Swords is a strong feminine energy who means what she says and says what she means. She is high acumen. She is high wit. She is high spirits because the truth abounds. She could be sharp-tongued. This could be representative of an ex collective. Okay, take it as it resonates. Queen of Swords, truth teller, truth speaker, truth soothsayer. Very smart. Tongue game on point. Mind game on point. Okay, thank you. Is that it from this? Thank you. Beautiful energies. Reading this one. All right, the Hierophant. This is about structure. This is about God. The Lovers and the Hierophant. This is about soul ties. This is about soulmate energy. This is about divine unions, righteous unions, divine unions, glory given to God in the union. There are the two of you and God in between. So the option is the exercise of free will, whether you devote yourself to each other after your devotion to your God inner or not. Remember the man upstairs, remember the man in the mirror, right? The Hermit inverted. These are the energies that lack introspection. These are the energies that have the inability to heal. There might be those who are agoraphobic. Collective, I'm getting this dark practitioner has had some energy that has come back unwanted, but not unwarranted, because that's how energy works. When you send out negative energy, you're the only one being negative. That negativity has nowhere to go but back to thee. There might have been some bad reactions to this. They might now be afraid to go outside. They might be walking over to the window over and over again and looking outside. They might be afraid. A lot of fear. Definitely lacking the want and the will to go within. They're very afraid to go within, and that's manifesting in that negativity, the energy not going anywhere, and it's making them afraid to go outside or fear other things as well. Other phobias. Okay, thank you. Messages for the collective, please. So this is indeed about not only your energies, beautiful energies, collective, but of course those energies of the orbiters, right? The Magician inverted. Thank you. There are those who are trying to affect negatively things that are meant for you, collective. Good luck with that, right? Good luck with that. They can't go within. How do you expect to control anything when you can't even control yourself? These energies crack me up, I swear. I don't find it funny that they're ill. I find it amusing to watch their running in circles like a cartoon character, you know? But eventually you have to look away because you don't want to see them hurt themselves. But you know they will hurt themselves. They only do things to their own detriment. Okay, so these energies lack control. They lack mastery of any element, especially the element of self. They lack self-control, and they wish to project that onto others, trying to control others or trying to pretend that they're something they're not, like this dark practitioner. Thank you. Messages for the collective. Messages for the collective. The Moon. Illusions. Yeah, they're trying to cast illusions over your love life, collective, over your familial abundance. They're trying to cast illusions over this. It's not going to work, okay? You are the sacred feminine. You are the creative center of your universe. You are currently, and you have been, and you will be successfully walking the path of illumination. You balance the forces of the light and the dark. This is secret knowledge. This is knowledge well kept. Thank you. Messages for the collective. Messages for the collective. Oh. High Priestess on her side too. Well, everybody's just on their side. Collective, the Magician sitting on his side and the High Priestess sitting on their side. This is giving just a whole charlatan, hell on wheels sort of circus atmosphere. They had everybody, okay? They had ringleaders who were behind the scenes and aren't present. And then they had the gophers, who were represented by the couples, who were in it together because they were in it to win it, but when they weren't winning because, you know, they were losing and lying to themselves and anyone else who would listen, right? They are receiving blowback for this. Their shit has been exposed. There are no secrets. All is known, okay? The Queen of Swords has knowledge, okay? The High Priestess on the side, this is giving just more of the charlatan routine, okay? The Magician on the side, more of the charlatan routine. Smoke and mirrors. Low vibrational spiritual practices. Energy vampire activities. Base instinctual bestial things. Okay? Ten of Swords. They wanted to take you out. Okay? But these energies being on their side, it also represents some upright energies. Collective, you have upright energies of deep inner knowledge. You pierce the veil. You are otherworldly. You follow the old ways. Collective. The energies of the Magician in the upright are certainly about mastery, control of the elements, mastery of the elements, manipulation of energy,